TikTok, it's LJ Clock. Tonight's video is inspired by the collective whole. And I'm gonna talk about anything and everything. And I'm gonna play some music tonight. This was inspired by Connecting Consciousness, this post. Also, Feel Good Life. There is a WoKe community that is like transforming and shifting that I am stoked to have found because, and I'll talk more about this on my videos, there are higher things. There are higher things, and it's you and I CoLoRized in love. And we have put so much stigma in being our true selves, our higher divine, in labels that create fear, shame, and divide us individually as a collective whole and our true higher divine. And I saw this post today about how we can learn anything and everything. And how, you know, time is something that we create, and we are anything and everything. And I have learned how to play the guitar. And I taught myself how to play the guitar. It's been 2 years. I'm playing a little guitar tonight. And I hope this inspires people to learn something new and also rediscover. And, you know, so it truly was a love affair, by the way. It truly is the best thing that I could have ever done. I'm like, the guitar has totally changed my life. Like, I am so in love. Like, this, the instrument speaks to me, or maybe I speak through it. And I'm also going to do something about, I don't know if in this video, but like from one beginner to the next, about my theory in guitar. And, you know, as teachers and mentors, we are here to bring out the best in everyone, and everyone has their own unique ways of learning. So you may gravitate toward it, you may not. I always tell people, do what you love, learn what you love with your instruments. You know, play what you love, do what you love. Life is the act of creating, and it's anything and everything. Shifting, the choice about where we place our attention, and I rediscover myself. I've also learned how to produce music, and going back to this WoKe community that I am so grateful for. Phil, I have to actually go to this, and I jump around. I'm multidimensional, which is something that I love about myself. We're going to talk about this here in a bit. Have been put in so many boxes. You know, they told me I had a listening problem, a learning disability, which I'm going to go into it, ADHD. Don't put me in a motherfucking box. And I might get a little defensive, and that's okay. I think it's important that we start living our true soul purpose and speaking our truth. And you know, a lot of times people have shame about talking about this. So this is why I like Feel Good Life. There's so many people. So I do want to take a moment to kind of go through some of these people that I had no idea about this community. Betsy, thank you so much for introducing this online community. Betsy's one of my friends that I've known for years that we reconnected. She moved back to Colorado. I live in Denver, Colorado, people. Anyway, so I do want to go through some of these people because you know, these higher vibrations, it's like so fucking cool. Let's see here. Let me get back over here really quick. And this is when some love, everybody. Anna Brown, I love her, just the vibration that she puts out to the world. Jesse, Jesse Jester. So you probably can't even see this, but anyway, he is such a talented writer, a creative just like through pen. And a lot of his stuff you'll find on YouTube and Instagram. His art is just woke. You know, if Prince seeks you out, you know you got something going on. He's someone that I met in Minneapolis, and I'm just so grateful. I'm grateful for Prince. I'm grateful for so much. My home, my job, because it's allowed me my music studio, and I'm so grateful to have rediscovered this online community. Led by Source. This guy, oh my goodness, so good. I'm actually going to click on a few of these. So, well, actually, I'm going to go to the music, but I highly recommend you check out these people. And Feel Good Life, I think it's Feel Good Life. He talks about how he was institutionalized, and he's this, you know, he talks about real, you know, stuff you're not going to find on television. So does Anna Brown, all this woke community. I love Dean Prage. Actually, I might click on him. He's got some really cool stuff too. This guy here, this soul here, I should say. So at some point, I'll probably do like a post so that people can see that better. So this is inspired because I was told when I was a kid that I had a listening problem and a learning disability. And this is about how we are programmed to lose ourselves. What we want to be shifting towards is bringing out the best in everyone. As teachers and mentors, that's what we are here to do. And we are all teachers and mentors. And we all have our unique gifts. And, you know, I got D's and F's in some classes, you know, and I got, you know, A in music and my art classes, and I was okay with that. I'm going to talk about, I don't know why I'm laughing, obviously, because it's actually not funny, because I think that's my way of like, I'm fucking pissed off. But you know, this is what I feel is I know this is happening to other kids, and you know, I don't have a listening problem. You know, math was never my forte, and that's okay. History, I'm okay with a D, a C minus, and honestly wasn't even worth that. It was told from the point of view of the government. You know, and you know, I'm curious why we aren't, you know, shifting towards a way where we are, you know, talking about compassion and how we are all here together. How we're not. The history is told from the point of view of our government. I don't want to get too much into this, but it's also, and it's very important because we've come to a place where we don't question anything, and we become molded into, come here, Winston. Winston, this is good practice actually for Winston. Come here, Winston, love. Okay, Winston, I'll be back. Anyway, Winston, I'm so grateful for Winston. He has shown me so much unconditional love. His compassion is revolution. He actually knows Spanish too. I talk to him like a human, which you could label that as crazy, but he understands and he knows Spanish, which you know what, I'm gonna do a video at some point. I don't know when. Maybe I will. I'm very in my now moment, but that would be really cute. He's just a little love soul. Anyway, so what I'm getting at is that, you know, what's more fun? Solving a math problem or hitting a James Brown lick on the one. And, you know, they told me I had a learning disability and a listening hearing problem. Actually, I'll pull this up. So, because I have this, actually have this on my Instagram. So, so I'll play. So I play multiple instruments, and you know, I could have been defensive when I was a kid, and I was actually some, but you know, who has the listening problem? Can you play this on the one? And and really it's not like that, but it's like, you know, again, it comes back to recognizing that we have all of our unique gifts that we can learn from each other. And we all have different ways of doing things. And let me just find this really quick. Like, so the guitar I learned 2 years ago. Let's see here. Do I have this on here? Actually, this is on my YouTube. Let me see here if I go to YouTube. Oh yes, it is on my YouTube. So here we go. They told me I had a listening and hearing problem, that I didn't listen well. So I'm gonna move on to the next. We have come to a place where we make people feel that they're inadequate, that they have something wrong. You know, and when I have come to a place to rediscovering that I am anything and everything, and so are you. And I am multidimensional, and I'm gifted, and you're gifted too. Maybe my gift's not math, that's okay. Maybe my gift's not history, I'm absolutely okay with that. And we all have different ways of doing things, and I believe in something so much higher. I know it's truth. And I'm going to go into this in some other videos. We will easily sit down in front of a TV. The bullets are silent yet very deadly, dividing us individually and as a collective whole, and believe that as their truth. I don't believe any of that. So I say it there. I don't know whomever. That it's dividing us individually as a collective whole, creating fear to talk to one another, to live our higher, true soul purpose and self. And so I encourage you to question everything. Questions are powerful magic. Like, why didn't any of my teachers tell me that our founding fathers were slave owners? And why are they on every single dollar bill, American bill? That's something I'm very curious about. Why don't we have a holiday the day slavery ended? No. Why have we put so many labels on syllabus words? And I am going to go into this now. So I play multiple instruments. I play by ear, and I thought I would do a little lesson from one beginner to the next, because you can learn anything and everything on the YouTube. Back to the Instagram post. So, you know, as teachers and mentors, we're all teachers and mentors. We're here to bring out the best in everyone. And so everyone has different ways of doing this, doing things and learning things. And you may gravitate to this, but I have a lesson for you with this instrument that I find to be one of the most crucial it's a theory. I'm into music theory, and I play music by ear. But if you want to, if you're someone out there that wants to learn by improving, I will say this: you can take this or leave this. Never memorize shapes. I'll tell you this with any instrument, actually. And I'm just because I could talk about a lot of instruments, and I'm learning the bass. This is my new instrument, and learning this instrument has taught me so much. I mean, everything. I could talk to you a lot about theory, actually. And so, never learn shapes. You will put yourself in a box. That is a huge piece, and you could take that or not. What I would tell anyone that's learning this instrument, you're never too young to learn a new instrument. There's no such thing as age or time. I just started learning this instrument 2 years ago. There's no such thing as time. Death and dying truly only exists in our mind. We are anything and everything. And so with that being said, wherever you're at in learning this instrument, never learn shapes. And I would actually recommend, if you've been playing this instrument for, I don't even know how long, but, and you want to learn how to improv, know your major root chords. So I'm going to play some music, and I hope you can see me. Taking videos is not my forte or strength, and I'm okay with that. And I will be doing videos randomly on the fly. This room is very chilly. I converted this. This is my music room, everybody. So stoked. This has been like building this music studio the last 3 years, and I'm just so grateful. I'm grateful just so much. So let's see here. So I'm going to play. So before I do this, I hope you guys can see me. Actually, you probably can't. So I might actually just kind of come back to this because I don't think it's hard. I don't think you can actually. Let me just apologize about that, people. But you know what? You can either watch this or not. If it's meant to be for you, it's meant to be for you. So if you want to wait, you can wait. If not, that's fine too. So, I gotta turn this on. So, they told me I had a hearing problem, listening problem. So, again, this comes back to, feel good life, and there's so many Anna Brown and the collective consciousness talking about how we can learn anything on YouTube these days. And you work a full day, you can come home and create anything. There's this vastness of space waiting for you and I, CoLoRized, and it's anything and everything. So back to this, back to my this little lesson that I wanted to, or theory lesson that I wanted to put out to the universe. And again, come back. This lesson is about knowing your major root chords. Do not memorize shapes. That's what I'm saying. And if memorizing shapes works for you, go do that. I'm not telling you not to, but that's what I'm saying. So if you want to play improv, look, this is like out of tune. I should probably tune this before I got on here. And this one kind of goes out of tune. root chords is, and I have this whole other theory that it's something that I actually, I can't even say I would do that. I probably not, you know, because I'm not interested in really giving lessons. I'm just giving this lesson now because I think it's, I was inspired to do it today, and it's something that I was feeling in the now moment. So this will be probably the only little lesson I'll do here, but who knows? I never say never, but no. It's, yeah. I got some love funk junk. I have been working on, what my sole purpose is music and love. And I wrote a bunch of songs. I'm still continuing to write songs. And you can check me out at ljclock.com, here, Instagram, anywhere. I'll be dropping songs one by one. There's some crush songs, some mad funky stomp songs, some evolutionary songs, some infinity times 2 when your shit comes out sideways. And we've all had that in relationships. I'm looking at my songs that I have over here on this list too, my gratitudes. And this album is especially dedicated to the third department from the sun and you all. I am just so in love with music. And just stoked that I rediscovered this again. Okay, so back to this. So what I mean by knowing where your major root chords are, so this is a B. And knowing where, that's a C. So actually I'm gonna back up here. This is the first time I've ever actually doing this. And I don't even think you can see it, so I'm gonna scoot this back again. So my lesson in here today, and I'll put the number on here, we're on 22 minutes, is to know where your major root chords are. F, G, A, B, now F step C, D, E, F, G. Okay? Actually, I'm gonna do. So, or like, so the bass. I was just gonna say the bass and the piano are very similar. This goes back to this theory of music thing that I could correlate to all these instruments, and that's how I just think about. I'm multidimensional, and so I have a lot of ideas, and like I think about this, how that correlates to all the instruments. So knowing your major root chords is huge. Not learning a shape, not learning a G. If someone's teaching you just to learn that, you want to know where your major root chords. So I'll take you to the next step if you're ready for it. If not, that's fine. You can just turn it off right now. So there's this whole theory that I've discovered about this. And it's hard because I want to make sure you're seeing there I'm not really in my normal position. So let's do the G here. Can you see me? I don't know if you see me. So again, you want to know your major root chords, where that's at. So the G. We got the G here, right? The G. We had the G right here. So you see this? So the best way I could try to actually I'm not going to explain it because I think it might confuse if you're a beginner, but just knowing where your major root chords are and where that's at on your fretboard. when you know your major root chords, so I'm going to tell you how to find the relative minor. I decided, and that'll be the last lesson. So this is what's really cool about knowing your major root chords. You can improv a lot easier. I play by ear, but you'll be able to improv. So that's my tip.